right, Anthony. So here we are on the second tee at Rolling Green. So talking about framing our shots, and more specifically, if this were our first hole in a tournament, right? How we overcome those nerves and the emotions of getting the tournament rolling. So big thing here, I would say, knowing our routine and being able to reference that routine and remind ourselves that we want to go through our process no matter what the external outside factors are. We want to make sure we have a set routine that's something that we can rely on, and we know in pressure situations like this, that's what we're going to fall back on. We're going to focus on our routine, and that's going to get us through focusing on the wrong things, right?
Yeah.
So a shot like here on this, if this were our first hole, right, there's a couple different factors you're thinking about. Obviously, we're here because this is something we want to improve on. Is there anything for you specifically that you feel like is like when you're on the first tee at a tournament, always seems to be front or present of mind?
Probably like picking the shot. There's times I struggle, I guess, with picking the shot.
Okay.
This is actually a perfect tee shot. I think we came out here. This is my least favorite tee shot here.
Yep.
And a lot of times, the first tee shot, first holes, sometimes I don't really like that much.
Sure.
Especially at some of our section events.
Sure. And I know as a better player too, you obviously have the ability to hit different shots in different shapes. So I think sometimes not allowing ourselves to get too, comfortable with being able to shape the ball. There's obviously a pattern that you are going to feel more comfortable with, whether it's a draw or a fade, and that could be day to day, right? But I think that it's good to acknowledge in your range session warming up, what are you hitting? What's the comfortable shot right now? And in a lot of cases, sometimes you can't, but if you can come out here and say, I'm going to hit my stock shot and something I can trust and rely on to help take some of the pressure of the first tee off and away from you, I think that only makes it easier to overcome and get through that first hurdle of the first tee. So when you stand here, what are you thinking, fade or draw in this kind of a shot?
I see draw.
Yeah. And for me, I would say the number one thing is, where are we going to tee it up on in relation to the tee box, right? I think with a draw flight here, if we're all the way on the left side and we force ourselves to aim way down the right, we set ourselves up for a big miss if it doesn't go like we planned. Vice versa on this hole, that's a little slight to the left, setting up more on the right hand side of the tee box lets you aim more down the middle and creates a variance where even if you miss that target, you're setting yourself up for a better second shot. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. So, this shot will go right side of the tee.
Yep.
Kind of pick and say
that first or second tree.
Yeah, that bare tree, kind of like right over the right bunker, and
Yep.
kind of turn it to that second tree. So I know the fairway does run out there on the right.
Correct.
So, all right, so we're going to go stock draw. I know that's a shot I've been working on, but
Yep.
let's trust it here. Let's kind of see where this goes.
Yes. Let's see it. Awesome.